I know it's a lot of people when they want to, when they come into this nation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, they get the knowledge, but they don't really get the culture,
Right.
right? And the culture is right. Well, the culture is our God, our self Lord and Master, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with that, our self Lord and Master, it's a mathematical thing. It's not just I can just do whatever I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's cause and effect, and we're gonna cause righteousness to affect righteousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people don't get that. That's the signs a lot of people don't get. They may get the lessons, but they don't get how to live with the lessons,
Right.
how to walk with the lessons, and make the lessons walk with them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get that, so they may come with they may come from a background of hustling, come from the background of being gangsters and and that's what they bring to the culture, or that's what they bring to this nation, and they wind up really living that out as opposed to you know uh, allowing righteousness to be their culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's how that's what I see as a lot of problem, and that speaks to what you're talking about in terms of when you out in your neighborhood, you should be able to to help uplift your neighborhood.
Right.
But people don't get that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they still got those pins in their head from the world that they came from.
Right.
So there's a lot of work that we got to do in terms of work on ourselves and work on building with the 85%.
Mm-hmm.
I was building with one of my people's that I grew up, who is at 85%.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that growing up he would hear the term 85% and he would feel like that was a disrespectful term. You know what I'm saying? But the misunderstanding of that is that you think that 85% is just is just a bad person or wicked. Really, what it just means is the majority. The majority of people who are
Misled.
misled in the wrong direction.
Yeah, they don't know the facts between, you know what I'm saying, the truth and fiction.
Right, right. So they wind up feeling like when you hear the term of 85%, so who wants to be, the poison animal eater, the slave of mental
Definitely
power,
power.
who
Mm-hmm.
don't know who the true living God is, or the all in this world, and worship that which they know not, and easy led in the wrong direction, hard to lead in the right? Who wants to be that? You know what I'm saying? But if you had the real knowledge of it, you would know how to get yourself out of that. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like the piece with the piece with the magnetic attracts the piece without. That's
Mm.
why there's a majority.
Right.
Because somebody has a magnetic personality and maybe doing something wrong with their magnetic, and they're attracting all these different people, and now you have the majority of people who are magnetized by it. And
Mm.
then there's the 5% who say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go down that path because they looking at their own lives and looking to be righteous and looking to have a righteous way of life, as opposed to going with the flow and being with what everybody else is. You know what I'm saying? So again, going back to culture, culture is a very important thing, and I was looking up this term goyim or Gentile,
Mm-hmm.
by which is a Jewish term, which means like it really means nation, but then later on it turned out to be you know uncivilized people, the uncivilized. So it's kind
Okay.
of like our way of saying 85%.
85%.
But it's not necessarily a derogatory or an offensive term, but it can be used as an offensive term. It's almost like saying like you a foreigner.
Right, because a lot of people like that's another thing too. Because when you saying dumb, deaf, and blind, you know what I'm saying, they take offense. They
Mm,
take offense to that. You know what I'm saying? Who's dumb, deaf, and blind? You know how the majority of them are. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take it. They gonna look at, and then some of them, like when you manifest the truth to them, um, they don't know how to react. You get different reactions from them because they've been trained so much to believe in the mystery God that when you try to show them the right way, they don't want. They like because people don't what people don't know they not God. It's like they try to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Just like you know what I'm saying, because they don't know.
I don't know no
So
better.
yeah, they don't know. So when you don't know, you're gonna knock it. You know what I'm saying? You don't. They don't want to have an open mind to it. They want to be rebellious. I say the word. You know what I'm saying? Just like with when brothers get knowledge of stuff and they change their name, and people don't want to still be calling them by their government name or by the name that they were calling them by 85. That's a big one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That I've been through this. You know what I'm saying with my physical because I got my sisters call me by my righteous name, God. You know what I'm saying? But my older brother, he's the one that's stiff necked and
Rebellious.
rebellious. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? He'll just uh call my government name just to see if he could get under my skin. You see what I'm saying? And my sister tell him, but like he said, he prefer for you to call him Sun God because out of respect for his culture. So could you do that and stop laughing or whatever, or stop joking about taking everything as a joke? You know what I'm saying? And then he shuts down. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like a big child. He don't want, he never wants to be corrected. And that's the problem with a lot of brothers nowadays, that if you don't, if you're not open minded and you're not subjected to be corrected, or you don't like to be corrected, then I don't think that that this is for you, because you always gonna make errors in life. That's why positive education always correct errors, God. You know what I'm saying? You know, we subjected to error. Everybody's subjected to error, but what you gonna do in correcting those errors? You know what I'm saying? It's just like giving somebody, like you was building earlier, and say, having the knowledge. You give a brother a set of 120, don't give him no responsibility. He got something that's so powerful, he don't know how to handle it. He don't understand he don't understand his power. So it's like having something. If you don't have no, in other words, what I'm saying, God, is you don't have nobody to walk you through the culture. You know what I'm saying? Then you won't get it. You won't get it right. You gotta have somebody to give you responsibility with that 120. You see how it was given to me? Here, go take a set of 120 and learn how to be a parrot. Look what happened. All the hell that I had to endure because of that. You know what I'm saying? Got bombed, and after I got bombed, still, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it because I wasn't, un, um, I didn't have the full understanding to the culture. You see what I'm saying?
If Mega did this.